Hey, welcome to Love Liberate. I'm Emily, your host. I'm a self-leadership coach, embodiment teacher, artist, and an activist for love. Now, I don't mean the fluffy kind of love. I'm talking about the real, the raw, confronting kind of love, the kind that cracks you wide open and liberates you, creating a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. Because that is what I believe life truly is about. So through personal stories and inspiring, soul-stirring conversations on all things healing, embodiment, and spirituality, I'll help you navigate the good, the bad, and the ugly with tangible tools, fresh perspectives, and of course, a truckload of love. Here's to loving and liberating, one heart at a time. Oh my God, the very first episode of Love and Liberate. It's a fact. Here we are. Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for listening. I know that you were not waiting for another podcast to air, but here we are and you're listening. So hooray for you. Hooray for me. I'm just gonna first of all tell you why I believe that this podcast really is different and why it's important that you listen to this podcast. Because I feel that in today's world, with our current political system and the way power and privilege is organized, I think I've experienced that it's so easy to believe that there's nothing you can do and that you're just one tiny insignificant human somewhere on a random planet in a giant universe, or actually multiverse. So that's what helped me back for basically my entire life, from using my voice and tapping into my agency and my will to change things. And I believe that it is exactly this belief that they want us to hold on to, because it's also this belief that keeps wars raging. It keeps people in power who are not listening to the voices that desperately need to be heard. It's what keeps us, you, me, your neighbor, from changing what needs changing. So that's why today I am speaking up. I am using my voice, and I'm inviting all of you to join me into the conversation. So this podcast is not a one-way street. I am every Wednesday dropping an episode, and then on every Sunday I'm opening up a community conversation where I'm inviting you and everybody listening here to come and join the conversation, to share what moved for them in the previous episode. So that's part one. I want to hear your voices too. I do not think that I have the one and only truth. I am sharing from a place of my truth, and I am super needing to hear yours as well. So yeah, that's one piece, because I am no longer buying into the idea that I don't hold the power in my heart to change the course of the world. We all have that power. I am done believing that I am too small, that my heart is not big enough to fit all and everyone in it, and that idealism and activism aren't at least part of the answer. And lastly, I will no longer be told that we do not hold the power to change the world, because we sure as motherfucking hell do. And it's time that we not only realize that and spread the word wide and far, but most importantly, it's time that we start using and exerting our power properly. And by power, I really mean our own agency. I mean love. I feel and believe that love is our true power. And that's also why I call the podcast Love and Liberate, because I feel when we tap into love, that is where we liberate ourselves from a certain pattern, from a relationship, from something that's not working for us or something that's holding us back. If we send love to that place, and I don't mean the bypassing cute kind of love, like we're going to talk about what love actually means in another episode, but if we come from a place of love, then we always liberate ourselves and everyone involved. So what to expect from this podcast? I'll be sharing personal stories and personal reflections on all things healing, embodiment, spirituality, and basically just like on how to human, because that's just what fascinates me incessantly, how we move through the world and why we move through the world the way that we do. So I'll be sharing things that come up for me, the things that I move through on my own, in my own life. And by dissecting them and laying them for you with a structure, they can actually help you because they also come with tools and tips and tricks so that you can navigate your own difficulties or maybe even avoid them if you listen properly. Also, I will question things. Well, myself mostly. And I'll be looking for different perspectives. I will promise to always be truthful, and even if I don't know, I'll share that I don't know, or maybe I'll say one thing one day, and then the next episode I might be like, so remember what I said back then? Well, something kind of proved that it's different now. So that's a very important part of this podcast. There is no one and only truth, and there will never be, because it's constantly changing. As the world is changing, everything is changing, and people are changing, and our experience is changing, and I am constantly changing. So that's a very important part, very important piece, like value of this podcast. But yeah, I love to be critical and I love to ask difficult questions, and that's also going to be part of it. Sometimes there might be friction. Something might trigger you. Or maybe I will invite guests who you don't like or don't agree with, or maybe the guest and we don't agree. That's also possible because I'm going to invite people that inspire me also to join the conversation. They can be experts, they can be just a friend that I think went through something that is really inspiring, and I want them to share their story and their insights on a particular thing that they moved through. So the baseline is personal stories, inspiring conversations with other people, and very important, tips and tricks. Every single episode, I will share tips and tricks that you can apply to your own life, because that's my main goal. I want you to be self-sufficient. I want you to be your own guide, your own guru. I want you to be able to take care of your health and happiness and take ownership, knowing this is what's right for me, this is what's wrong for me. This is in this moment what I need, and that's what I don't need. Because I feel there's been such an explosion of gurus and of spiritual teachers and coaches and therapists, and everybody's sharing their opinions and how you should do this and how you should navigate that and da-da-da. And in three single steps you can choo-choo-choo. It's, I feel, very confusing and very overwhelming. And what I want to do is bring you back to your own guide inside, your own guru. And there's just too little of that in the spiritual community. So many, gurus rising, people claiming to have the truth, and basically they're just looking for a following like as big as possible. Not necessarily that that's their sole intention, but I do feel that the following and the like, listen to me because I hold the truth. That's like a huge egocentric way of teaching and of being in the world that I would like to diffuse. That kind of power and that desire for that kind of power is not what I want, not what I'm looking for. And I do also believe that it's maybe the biggest problem that we're facing today. And I hope to bring a different dynamic to all of that, and to bring the focus back to your inner guidance system. Because I believe that our true nature is to be our own guide. And I believe that if we tap into that, we're automatically going to want good things for the world, and we're going to want to be of service, and we're going to want to be good for one another. I also realize that being your own guide in a world that is indoctrinated with fear is scary. It is an act of activism to believe in yourself first and to trust your own truth. And that's what this podcast is for, to keep, building that muscle. And that's also why I love body work and why I'm an embodiment teacher, because I believe that your body is your first place of truth, and it's the place from where you can experience and express your life and your truth, and regardless of what people may say. That's my experience. Again, there's so many different takes on this, and I am not having the one and only truth, but this is my personal experience. So I want to teach you how to lead and to guide yourself, to lead from within and to find the guru from within. And I believe the way to do that is to tap into your own inner knowing and to get intimate with yourself and to find also a loving way of relating to your inner world and yourself, whether that's through movement, meditation, talk therapy, or through a podcast where you can listen to somebody sharing their truth and tap into, wow, what is going on for me? So that's what I want to spark. That's what I want to bring. Because I believe the real work and the first work it really happens in the privacy of our own hearts. And I hope to spark that desire to go there, for you to go there in your heart with depth. And also with lightness, because there's going to be humor as well. So who is this podcast for? I believe it's for anybody who's willing to take responsibility for themselves and who wants to use their voice in a loving way, who is ready to take a deep dive in their hearts and also is willing and ready and capable of staying open for other people's truth sharing from their hearts. And because I really believe that that's our biggest work. That's what we're here to do. And that's what makes us grow as a human and as a species. I really do believe that. And that gently brings me to the last point. How I see love, why I see love the way that I see it, and how and why I believe that this is the true force that is going to liberate you, me, and the entire world. That's some juicy stuff that I'm going to share with you next week in next episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you liked what you hear, please subscribe, share this episode with a friend or family member if you think they would benefit from this podcast. You can find me on Instagram. I'm by.emilyiris, and you can find me on Substack as well. All the links are going to be in the show notes, and you can sign up for the community conversations on Sunday as well. That's just a Zoom link that's going to be sent to you after you apply to join. And then as a coach also, I offer one-on-one sessions, and I also offer solidarity sessions. They are sessions that start at the low-cost rate of 25 euros a session. That's a 1-hour session, and it's one time a week that I will be doing a solidarity session. That also comes with an application form where you can apply for the solidarity session, and you can find all of those links in the show notes or on my website, emilyiris.com. Again, thank you so much for listening. I am looking forward to sharing more with you and also to hearing from you. I wish you a lovely rest of your day. Here's to love and liberating, one heart at a time.